Let's start the definition of reproduction. Reproduction is defined as the biological process in which an organism can give rise to young ones similar to itself. The young ones, these are, as you know, these are the offsprings. So as the same type of parent will be developed, they can develop into similar type of a offspring also. It enables the continuity of the species generation to generation. Over several millions of years, that is the one species can produce the young ones of themselves similar to themselves and can continue to the life to the generation to generations. Then let's come. It enable the continuity of the species generation to generation. Enables means, that means it can create the continuity of species from generation to generation. The species, one species can generate their offspring, this offspring can produce their offsprings. So in that way the one organism can continue the continuity maintained for over several generations of time period. Then that is the types of reproduction. That, as you know, there is the two method of reproduction. One is the asexual method, another one is the sexual method of reproduction. But in specifically in plants, there is a vegetatively propagated plants can be developed. As you know, plants have the totipotency capability. They can generate the whole plant from a small part of tissue or small plant part, so that the vegetative propagation is included also under the asexual method of reproduction. But vegetative propagation is specially seen in case of plants, and these are of two type. One is the artificial vegetative propagation method, another one is a natural vegetative propagation method. Then let's come to the next, that is the asexual and the sexual method of reproduction. Let's start the natural vegetative propagation method. As you know, that is the vegetative propagation method is specifically for the plants, and this propagation method can be developed from roots, propagation by the stems, propagation by leaves, propagation by turion, and propagation by the bulbil. Start the propagation by the roots. As you know, that is the root can be developed from the radicle. A seed, that is have the two part, one is the radicle, another one is the plumule. So radicle in future can develop as the root, and root may be are of two type. One is the tap root system, another one is the adventitious root system. Tap root, that is the directly when the a tap root can directly develop as a bud and which form a new plant is known as the tap root system. Example is the dalbergia. Then that is the adventitious roots directly developed as a bud which developed into a new plant. Example is sweet potato and the dahlia. These are the examples of adventitious roots, propagation through the adventitious roots, and dalbergia is the example of the propagation by the tap root.